what's up guys, TheCampingRusher here. Welcome back to the oldest server in Minecraft, 2B2T. Today it's just myself, Braden, CampingRusher. Nice to see you today. The last couple episodes, if you haven't noticed, have been live streamed episodes. We were a part of the biggest ever 2B2T battle in history. That was the last episode. And the one before that, we were doing some traveling and we showed off, I believe it was called Avalon City, at one of the other million quadrants on our alt accounts, Melon King. Today we're back to a normal style of episode. And I'm really excited for today. Today's kind of a weird one. So there's a big story behind today before we get going. So it's just me, if you can't tell. Obviously, Mitch isn't here today. I am running on a different alt than usual. It's Eldon or whatever. I used it in the live stream because it was fairly close to these coordinates. Basically, we were given the wrong coordinates. We were given nether coordinates rather than overworld coordinates. So we traveled, I think it was a 5-hour walk. We traveled 5 hours, we got to this spot, and there was nothing there. So I went to my source, I'm like, hey man, like there's nothing at these chords. He's like, oh, those were overworld chords, sorry, not nether chords. And the real walk turned out to be about an hour or so, 45 minutes from spawn, which here on 2B2T, if you don't know, that's not that long of a walk. So it's been a long adventure to get to this base, these coordinates, and I barely know anything about it. I've got a little bit of history here that I found online and I've asked around, but other than that, I don't know what the base looks like. I don't know how big it is, so bear with me. I will be, well, not bear with me, enjoy it. We're going to be having our first impression, our first look through of this base as a team together. So yeah, I feel like we were due for some core. You know, you guys like the action, the PvP. Lots of you like the bases as well. I love the bases. So every few days, every few episodes, it's always nice to come to a pretty awesome base. I've got one of the most renowned bases, monuments here on 2B2T. I've got the coordinates to it. We're making our way to it, and we'll be working on that in the next few episodes or so. So prepare for that. Okay, the base we are at today is called Sleepy Hollow. And here's what I know about it. I've got two things here. So, one of the things is, it was a base that was inhabited by two players, Henry and Spartan. It was eventually found and griefed, and the original owners have been taking it apart even further than it already was. It's in literal ruins. So, the base was found and griefed, and then the owners have griefed it even more and took more stuff from it. So it's going to be pretty ugly, I think. Well, other than this pig, man. This pig looks pretty intact to me. So I don't know about that. And then the other part is, I read this on the 2B2T blog. It looks like it was a base from a group called the Legion of Shenandoah. And sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And basically, I don't know, it doesn't say much about the actual base. It just says this is one of their bases, one of their three, other than Jolner, Shenandoah, and Asgard 2 were their other three bases other than Sleepy Hollow. So there was 4 in total. So one more piece of info before we go out there. This group was formed after the chaos left by the second incursion. Some of its core members served in the event. They would later meet with other players to form the Legion of Shenandoah. They built bases and acted inspired by the Valkyrians. Their admiration later led to a union between what was left of Fenrir/Nova and their group, making Asgard 2 happen. You guys know Asgard. Have we looked at Asgard 2? I don't think we've been there. But we obviously know Asgard 2 is one of the most renowned bases on 2B2T. And the group who lived in Sleepy Hollow, they were involved with the making of Asgard 2. So that's the info there. The symbol or the shield for this Legion of Shenandoah is a red and blue with a green strip down the middle. Well, it's not really a shield. That was their flag. Red and blue wool with a green diagonal strip down the middle and kind of a dragon looking thing in the middle. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get right to it. Let's explore this thing. Again, I don't know how big it is. I don't know how intact it is, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sleepy Hollow. So this is the nether portal. It's we were just right up there, obviously. And you can tell, I guess this pig is he's drooling, so that would be the easy way down. But that's I guess the spawn area in the middle of this pig. So let's look around. Again, I don't know much about it. This base looks seriously more intact than I thought it would be. nice looking fountain right here. Again, you guys know, not gonna be too many cuts in today's ep because I don't want to miss anything. I'll try and show you everything that that is hopefully here. That's the ultimate goal. Again, keep in mind, this is a city or a base that was inhabited by 2 people rather than what we've been used to be seeing, which is tens of 10 people plus in these last big ones we've been seeing. Oh, what's all this? Sleepy, Henry, XO, we're here. So Henry was one of the leaders. What does all this say? Sleepy's Hollow Message Board. Let's read some of this. ADH has helped the iron farm. Everything is fine. Nothing to worry about. Who are you people? Let's read some of this. Lots of signatures, obviously. The Legion has arrived. Viva la Revolution. After the grief of Shenandoah, we are reviving this base. We will rebuild and create a prosperous kingdom. Okay. Cool place. Bubba J was here. Obviously, lots of big players have been here. Holy Lord, this is cool. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, dude. I don't know. That kind of makes me feel a little sad, and I don't even know what it means, man. All right. Welcome to the Quint Spawner. Now, I read a little bit about this, and I don't really... What is a Quint Spawner? I should maybe look into that a little bit more, because I read a little bit online about Quint Spawners. I didn't really know what it meant. Potion information, you can create splash potions. Okay, so this must have been their brewing room, I guess. You can see a lot of this is made out of cobblestone, because back in the day, as most of these monuments and bases, they didn't have the blocks that we have. They didn't have the blocks to work with that we have nowadays, because obviously back in the day it was alpha beta, and there weren't that many blocks released other than cobblestone, wood, and things like that. So down there just looks like more and more. I should go down here though. There's a bunch of hoppers and chests. Looks like to be probably their potion system, I would say, with these chests. A little messy down here for sure. Hopper maintenance rooms. So that's how you do any fixes you need to make. Coming back up here, and just a what is this? The Grand Enchanted Cache of Books. Weapon damage enchantment. So let me oh, I don't even know if I have a pick. Where did my Silk Touch pick go? I think I definitely just lost my silk. I swear I had a Silk Touch pickaxe. All right, well, never mind. We're not gonna be able to use that for a second. But I assume here, yeah, this is where a lot of their oop, nope, don't destroy anything, Rush. God dang it, it's your #1 rule. Don't destroy anything. So looting. So this is where they must have done some of their storage. Obviously, I don't think there'll be anything here. It looks like to be all covered up with cobble now at this point. And yeah, this is their underground area. Let's head back up to the nice looking area up this way. I do like this mine feel they have. Again, they stick with a lot of cobble, it seems. Look at that, a big Batman base. Holy Lord, I like the looks of that. That's funny. All right, heading in here, what do we got? What are we taking a peek at? What's this sign say? Donate to your local library next to the art zone. So this is apparently a library. I guess it could be a weird library of sorts. I could see that, dude. Again, everything's made out of cobble, so it's tough to tell. So just a big, yeah, it is. I don't know if it's intact. You know what I think is happening here? I think this place was probably really destroyed, and someone has come and almost rebuilt it a little bit with cobble, and you can see stone brick and stuff like that. Because again, it looks to be like it's barely been griefed, but the build looks too simple. Compared to, unless it's always been just a cobblestone city. Maybe it has been. I'm not too sure. If you got any info on this, of course, as always, leave your comments down below so people can find out. A nice little tree farm in here. This is how they were easily getting their correct color supply of wood. I think it even goes up this way as well. It must be is it a double-decker? Yeah, it's a double-decker tree farm. So yeah, this is where they were easily getting wood, and this is actually way bigger than I thought. Ooh, let's go over here to their farm area. Taking some big damage. You can tell this is the account we did the big battle on, so I've got barely any gear left. Don't even have a helmet on me. But we'll head in here regardless. This is where they were keeping their animals, their livestock, and up here, like I said, I think we saw some farms. I think was there every type of food. Lots of carrots, it seems. Yeah, actually, we should probably take some of this food. Definitely being that guy and stealing a few of these carrots. Obviously, I'll replant. Don't worry about that. Whenever I steal stuff on, at monuments or whatever, I'm not really breaking stuff. I'm just taking some farms, some crops. Always gotta replant though. I can't be that guy. So we'll take these carrots into our inventory. I might as well just break most of the fully grown ones over this way. Holy Lord. So I don't know. The way it was described, I thought this base was gonna be seriously torn up. But it seems to be way more intact than I thought it was going to be. It's got, I don't know, it's got, you know, it's got a full-on farm. That's usually a good sign that I guess people, I mean, at one point it probably was, like I said, completely ruined. But it seems like people have been coming back here from time to time, continuing to restore this Sleepy Hollow base and obviously put farms back down and stuff like that. So it's always good to see there's still good people left in the 2B2T community that aren't just doing griefing. They're here to rebuild, they're here to help, and they're here to preserve history. Almost 3 stacks of carrots and crops are replanted. No harm done. And again, up here, melon farm, sugarcane, and pumpkin farm. Oh, and right there, there's the Valkyrie. Like I said, this is the Valkyrian sign right here, and this base, or the people that inhabited this base, were part of this group that were inspired by the Valkyrians, so that's why you're seeing that there. I don't know if this addition is to troll, or if that was, you know, part of their thing, if that was, you know, they were inspired, they're not actually Valkyrian, they were inspired. I don't know how that all works. I'm just making weird assumptions. Here we go, another little house here. Who knows when, like, I don't know the time that this was built as well, so this could, like, I'm thinking around 2013, 2014 would be my initial guess, like a fairly old base, right? Like, you know, 3 years ago at least, I'm thinking. But again, could be completely wrong. That's not real information. That's just a guesstimate based on the timeline and the history of 2B2T. That's a little guesstimate that I'm making there. It looks like this entire thing is actually walled off as well. So it was like a fort, because you can see it's got these extra, and let me jump into my speed mode here. It's got, yeah, I think this goes all the way around. Does it? Yeah, but it stops at the water. So the water, I guess, acts like a wall on its own, which is super nice. I don't know. I love castle kind of builds and fort type of builds, but builds where you feel like you're kind of encased into this one area, and that's the area you have open to you to build. I don't know. I enjoy that feel of a base. So I think that's super cool they have that, especially on 2B2T, where it feels like we're at war. They even got like a dock, a harbor for all their boats. That's super cool. Would that be a lighthouse then over here? Let's go check this thing out, because I think we've checked out most of these main buildings over here. We'll jump down here quickly and take a peek at this. Nothing. A gift to you, Germ Killa. So I don't know. Another little house with a checkered floor. I mean, it looks real nice. Let's not fall down there. I don't think there's anything too important in there. Oh, cave spider. Probably, of course I get poisoned. Okay, God dang it, of course I get freaking poisoned. Actually, is this gonna hurt me? I hope this doesn't hurt me too. I mean, I got a gapple just in case, but like with the leg, I hope this doesn't last longer than it should. All right, let's head up into this thing. Oh, actually, what's down here? Lemon's house. So maybe, did I say there, like, it was a base inhabited Henry and Spartan, but I keep seeing this Lemon guy's name. So maybe it was, I mean, I was given this by a source. There was only 2 people. Maybe there was a couple, maybe there was a few more than 2 people, or one other. I've seen this Lemon guy twice now, but who knows? This Lemon guy could have came afterwards. I'm not too sure. But this is a cool, I don't know, cool little house underwater with the mushroom floor. I don't know, I like that. A unique little idea right there. Let's climb up in. That's where, of course, where we started at. Let's climb up onto the lighthouse and get a nice aerial view. And in a second, we will also jump into free cam and get an aerial view of this base, so we can, I don't know, have a better look at the entire Sleepy Hollow thing. Oh, we got to go over there after and check that out. So here's the lighthouse. Here's how they were able to look out for bad guys coming over the water in their pirate ships or whatever they used to boat around in back in 2013, way back when in 2B2T. Some of us weren't even born yet. Okay, maybe it wasn't that old, but you know, way back when, this lighthouse probably came into use, or it just looks cool. I'm not too sure. Right in front of the pig here, we got another wood house, kind of on its own. Nat in the Nat's house. Again, another name that I wasn't aware of. So possibly 4 now we're at a total count of. Again, I'm just I don't want to say anything too wrong. So how about, like, it could be, I was told 2 people lived here. It could be a bit more than 2 people. But I think the Legion of Shenandoah, because that's on the 2B2T blog, that's definitely incredible information, I think, right there for sure. All right, so nice little build right there, someone else's house. Back to the pig. Let's roam around this way and see, like, is the entire thing almost surrounded by water? Yeah, because all this part over here isn't walled off, and then the wall restarts over here when the water runs out. Again, I love that. I love feeling enclosed like that. And do they even have like almost like a castle tower here? I know it's small, but somewhere, somewhere where the army could gather or whatever it is. How you see it in the movies. What is in here? Oh, stone pickaxe. What is this? New cases. So what's going down here? Was there mob spawner here at one point, or did they just make warning? Creepers to the south. Evidence room. Look at all this. Creepers to the south. I like that, man. And then it goes down into their mine system down there. So I like this little area right here. We got the wood. I don't know, what are these? Not the wood beams, the wooden beams to help support it. I like that. I like that. So there is a little break in the wall for an area like that, which looks nice. Let's hover this way. We haven't seen. I don't know if these things are just for looks or if there's anything inside of it. But there's a Batman. Oh, there is something. This is a big chest right here. Obviously, that's something. Go look near the burnt house. Dead was here. Let's take a peek around. Can we climb? Oh, they even have a little parkour thing in here. You think I can beat it, dude? I bet I don't know if I could. Oh, I could beat that. I think they might have made it a little simple. As I say that, I know I'm gonna lose. Whoop. Just taking it. I'm gonna go fast. I'm gonna speed run it. Let's speed run it. Whoop. 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 Come on, Braden. Come on, Braden. Come on, Braden. Whoop. Nice. Whoop. I'm pretty good at that, dude. All right, we made it to the top. You made it to the top. Here's a cookie. Someone stole all the cookies. Classic, man. Classic. All right, let's head back down to the TNT here. I gotta try and stop damaging myself, dude. I got limited gear left. And at some point, this was either a mob spawner or some type of wheat grinder. I would probably lean more towards a mob spawner. That would make more sense. Actually, this might have been where the creepers were spawned. I don't know. Just making assumptions here. The wall continues to go out this way. Nothing else to check out over there. Another house we missed over here. The thing I like about it, there's the main city, right, with all the farms and the sheep and all the tree farms, stuff like that. But then on the sides, there's all these random, like, where the people live, the houses. I like that part of the build as well. Library of Hollows. I like that. Donate books to your local library. Oh, so here's the library, and here is where the books were obviously stored. At this point, I think they will all be looted. I mean, I just assume because this base, these coordinates are pretty popular, I think, throughout 2B2T. So this was the library where they had all their books. Any Silk Touch? Damn. That'd be a nice score, but nothing in there. All right, let's head back this way. I think we've basically seen everything of the Sleepy's Hollow. I really like this. Super, not as big as the things we're used to seeing lately, but still a very, I don't know, just, it feels quite Sleepy's Hollow, you know? I don't even know what that means or what it represents, but, I don't know. I enjoyed, as I always enjoy touring these things, I enjoy looking at the history of this server. That is what interests me the most. Let's jump into free cam like I said I would, and just take a nice aerial view of this thing. Holy God, does that always look cool. Especially with the wall. I love seeing the wall in there. But yeah, another big base here on 2B2T. I like it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know I got to sign my name. I gotta say that I was here, man. I gotta say something cool. I don't know, dude. What do I say? Should I just say love the base? I don't know. Love the base. I don't know. I have nothing cool to say. What can I say? I'm gonna leave it there. Love the base. Rusher. I can't think of anything cool to say, so we're leaving it right there. 9/19/2016. So there we go. Signing it right there. I just realized Baba J was here about 3 months ago or so, so he was here fairly recently. Same with this and Nat guy 12, and Nat 12 was here, so people have been here very recently. Sleepy, Henry, Exo were here 28/16. Ooh, that's recent. We remember. So Henry, one of the owners of the base, was here just over a month ago. So that's super cool that the owner, the creator of this base, was probably, you know, obviously stepping on the same grass I am just about a month ago. So even though it's history, there's, you know, things are still always currently happening and more history is being made. So it's just, I don't know, 2B2T, man. This series is just it's an interesting thing. One thing I've never experienced here on, you know, in Minecraft or on this channel before is this series or anything like it. So I think that's gonna wrap it up though, guys. I don't know, a quick tour of Sleepy's Hollow. which had a big part throughout 2v2 histories back in the incursion, back in the first, second incursion days, and with the battles and the forming of groups. Obviously, a lot of stuff like that going on now, but it was way different back then, so it's always cool to look back. If you enjoyed today's episode, touch that like button. If you're new to my channel, join the Rushers by subscribing. This series comes out once every 3 days, and I got lots of other cool stuff on the channel if you want to check it out. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have yourselves a beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.